Welcome to Diabetes Nerd. My name is Ginger VIEIRA, and I have lived with type 1 diabetes for most of my life. But my daughters, they've lived with my type 1 diabetes for their whole lives. By the way, I have some pretty scary bruises on my elbows right now. I slipped down an entire flight of stairs because they were covered in black ice. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. Type 1 diabetes has absolutely affected the way I parent. How could it not? But today I want to tell you about how I teach my children about type 1, how they help me manage type 1, and what my type 1 has taught them about courage, strength, and resilience. In this house, type 1 diabetes is not a secret. In this house, type 1 diabetes is not something we're embarrassed by. In this house, type 1 diabetes isn't scary.
Oh, actually, there was one time when it was scary. So one time, it was right before bed, and mom said her blood sugar was very low, and that we might have to grab the phone in the middle of the night and maybe call 911 because her blood sugar was very low. And I was scared about that, but thankfully we never had to do that.
I don't really remember this happening, but she does, so that matters. Okay, so here's the thing. Violet and her sister Lucy, they know how to help me check my blood sugar with a glucose meter. In fact, you've checked your own blood sugar several times. They also know how to help give me insulin. Actually, I need a dose, 8 units of inhaled insulin right now. Yep. Thank you. Her big sister knows how to draw up units of insulin in a syringe for me.
She does?
She does. I'll teach you that someday too. But here's the thing. I don't hide my type 1 diabetes from my children. In fact, I teach them about it. So I've taught them what type 1 diabetes is. Let's see what Violet knows. Okay, Violet, tell me one thing you know about type 1 diabetes.
One thing I know about type 1 diabetes is that you have to treat your blood sugar with candy sometimes.
I do have to eat candy sometimes. Violet, how many times a day do I have to take medicine for my type 1 diabetes?
A couple times a day, I think.
Okay, she sees it a couple times a day.
Is that right?
I actually probably take medicine like 6-7 times a day. Yeah, 6-7. Oh no, I did it. But she only really sees a couple of those because you're at school. You know, playing with toys. Which brings up a good point, Violet. You've watched me take a lot of injections, right? So even though nobody likes getting shots, nobody likes sharp stuff, you still have seen so much of that you are more courageous when it's time for your own shots, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so my type 1 diabetes has also taught you that just because somebody has a health condition or even like medical stuff on their body or maybe even in their ears, it doesn't mean they aren't somebody worth being friends with.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that have health conditions, and that doesn't get in the way of our friendship.
Yeah, you love them just as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means type 1 diabetes has helped you learn how to be really compassionate to other people.
Yes.
My type 1 diabetes is teaching my children compassion. Your type 1 diabetes could do the same for your children. Wait, it's also taught you how to help me. You and your sister help me all the time. So like sometimes I'm surrounded by dogs on the couch, and if I get up, everybody's gonna get up, right? But I need my insulin and it's not within reach. And I'll say, could somebody please go grab my orange kit that has all my insulin in it? And one of you will go get it.
Okay, that was dramatic.
That was dramatic. Type 1 diabetes isn't dramatic in our house. From a very early age, you and your sister also learned that if I say, hey, I'm having a low blood sugar, you need to give me a minute. You learned that means you gotta give me some space and wait. Sometimes you've even been the one to go get me candy or juice. I've met parents who are afraid to share with their children that they have type 1. They actually try to hide it from the kids when they're little, because they're afraid that their child will see them as weak. What does my type 1 diabetes make you think I look like?
I think it makes you look strong and that you're able to handle it.
Grr. Oh man, that bruise is brutal. The biggest thing I'm hoping my type 1 diabetes teaches my children slowly and gradually is that life is challenging for all of us, right?
Yeah.
Nobody has it easy, and nobody has it easy at any age. But when you encounter something in your life that's bigger, like a chronic illness, like type 1 diabetes, or it could be something else. It could be losing a loved one, or an accident and breaking your arm, or I don't know, any other type of health condition, right? We all have things that make life harder. Doesn't mean we have to stop and feel sorry for ourselves.
No.
No, that wouldn't help us. So my type 1, I hope, is gradually teaching them resilience and how to just deal with life even when life isn't perfect. Hey, maybe you're not a parent yet. Maybe you're thinking about being a parent. You can find Pregnancy with Type 1 Diabetes. Where can they find it?
On Amazon.
On Amazon. This book has everything you need to know about pregnancy with type 1.